a new place today, so still trying to figure out. Yeah. All right, so hello, and a few more people who've joined. So hi, Hina, Ritu, Shilpi, and hello to everybody else who might have joined, and I have not said hello to them. So hello to all of you. Hi, Supi, how are you? Wonderful. I can see you wave and everything, but yes, you're on mute, so I can't hear you. So hello, everyone, and today a very interesting topic, and the topic is aging. So dealing with aging. And just a few days ago, we have a group. It's a guide group, and many of the people who join my webinars and then join my Expect Miracles 30-day program, they are guides to the program, and it's a group with guides on it. Who is a guide? Well, really nobody. We're just simply all on our journey. And so in that space, the people who want to stay associated with me a little bit more will do the guide program. And a topic that kept coming up on, I think it was 2 days ago, the topic that was very heavily being discussed was that about aging and beauty and aging. And everything to do with aging, but they said, oh, you've always talked about body in terms of disease, but you haven't talked about body in terms of beauty and how one should wear and what one should wear and how to cope with those kind of topics, just to do with the body and to do with the beauty, the outside beauty. And I told them, I said, firstly, I'm also constantly going through this program again and again, and all of these topics that you face, I face too. Every now and then this topic will come up. And if I'm sitting in the frequency of lack and the topic comes up, then it gives me a lot of lack. If I'm sitting in the frequency of abundance and the topic of aging comes up, and it just gets washed away in the abundance. And so even to think of the topic of beauty, but again, to be looking at what frequency am I sitting in today as I'm dealing with this topic. So everybody said, no, you haven't discussed. And I said, no, I go through the same thing every 4 days. I'm like, oh, ho, I have a new wrinkle. Oh, ho, I have a new something else, or, and I have now skin patches and pigmentation. If I'm considering my pigmentation and patches and wrinkles, then you know what frequency I am sitting in on that particular day. And then sometimes when I'm standing in front of the mirror and I look at these wrinkles, I'm like, oh, but I look so awesome. Then you know what frequency I'm sitting in on that day. So just simply also to be aware, even before we start discussing the topic anyhow, even to be aware that how we look at any topic, not just this, how we look at any topic at hand is simply a play of the frequency that we are sitting in on that day. The frequency that we are sitting in. So no matter what the topic is, no matter what the trigger is, today you look into the mirror and you look so ugly to yourself, and that's okay. Because obviously when you ask yourself what I'm feeling, the answer will not be self-love. It'll be something else. It will not be self-love. On the other hand, on any particular day that you are sitting in self-love, your eyes will not go to those parts of the body only. So as we age, many things we go through as we age, but to be able to look at all of them, all of the topics, all of the perspectives, while we are looking at the energy underneath it. So to begin with, I'm just going to read up a few on the, okay. All right, so I'm going to ask you as we begin again, share with me on the chat, on the group, as to what all comes to your mind when you think of aging. Because this topic, while this topic largely came up, it largely came up when beauty was being discussed, and when the bodily beauty was being discussed, so this topic came up. But right now that we've given a much broader topic of aging, let's just see where all our thoughts go when we think of aging. So whatever it is that you think about aging, whether it is beauty, whether it is your wrinkles that will come up, whether the double chins, although those are the ones that always bother me. Whenever I have to sit in the frequency of lack, the only thing that I will see is my double chin. And when I'm not sitting in my lack, वहां पे नजर ही नहीं जाती है. Because it's not like double chin is something new. Double chin has been with me for years and years. Probably when I was 20 years old, I still had a double chin because the face was round shape. But now I recognize the frequency. When will I worry about these things? So let's see what all you think about when you think of the word aging. What all bodily shifts do you think about? What all do you consider when you think of the word aging? So let's see some of the.
Can I say something? Me?
Yes, of course. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So I have some issues with my knees, and lately, climbing stairs has become a little difficult. So at times, I feel that, I am feeling like I am a 70-year-old or 80-year-old. Means people at that age are this thing. And that comes to my mind, and, getting up and sitting down. So it is causing me a discomfort. I accept, I love. But then what I say, I tell universe, okay, like if you want to take me right now. I don't want to go to that state where I would be bedridden, or, I have to be dependent on others. So that comes to my mind. I understand that frequencies,
Dependent
again,
on others.
fear
Yeah.
and lack. I really understand. I release it. But at times, then I said, "Ki, like, I want to be in abundance, Basti. So I want to go this way only. So if you want to take me, I'm ready to go. But
Yeah,
when
but you
I
are
that
ready
pain
not in
and
love. You are ready in resistance, darling. This is resistance, right? And you understand that this is fear. And we can say to the universe anything that we want, right? So this is right off the back. We are talking about, okay, I want death right now. I want death right now, and I want it in this way. Yeah. And this is a very fixed outcome that we've got planted in our minds, you and me. And I understand. So the body, each of us will go through some body shifts or the other. You are going through it right now. Whatever the issue is, the knees are manifesting or actually getting rid of. Even when something happens to your knees, if something is manifesting, sometimes the body finds its own ways. For example, many people, when they're sitting so much in fear, not all, but many people, when they sit in a lot of fear, lot of anxiety, lot of stress, a lot of body issues happen in their back. Their back will go, the back is completely, the spine system doesn't work properly. Every time, the back will go for a toss if there is so much of fear. Fear also manifests sometimes as other things, for example, cancer or TB or anything. We can't have like how people say in the physical world, oh, you smoked, so you have lung cancer. Well, it's not really true, because cancer, even lung cancer, can manifest from so many different places. It doesn't have to be that you smoke, then you say, okay, but we had secondary smoke. If you didn't have secondary smoke, no, you had pollution. So we keep finding causes to things that are happening. But actually, what is happening is really that our energy is manifesting. Our energy is manifesting. And many a times, the energy that is being released through these manifestations, if even in this moment, we sit in, whatever is manifested is already manifested. For example, your knees are not working properly right now. That part is already manifested. Somebody came to me and the doctors had told them only 40% of their lungs were क्या कहते हैं उसको, were functional, only 40%. 60% of their lungs had become spoiled from smoking. All right, that's fine. But what had happened then? She came with me to Khet, and you were there as well. And she was the first one to climb up over there. She was flying. Why was she flying? Because in that moment, the energy that was working with her, the energy was different. The energy was not the energy of fear, the energy of worry. The energy was purely of abundance. Oh, what's happening here? Give me a minute. Okay, somebody, I don't know why my WhatsApp is functional right now. Let me just go to my WhatsApp and switch it. Oh, I can't see it. Wait, let me also. All right, let me also give it a. Yes. I think I've shut it, but maybe not. All right, here we are. Thank God. Okay, so as I was saying, we were talking about how is the body going to go? We do not know. We do not know. And when the body goes, when the time is right, when you have received all that you wanted to receive, and you don't know that, but your energy knows that. And so we never know. Sometimes a 5-year-old child is done and they will leave in some way or another. Something will manifest from them. And then that is how they have chosen to leave, and they will leave. But we cannot be really, when we ask from the universe, no, I want to go right now. I want to go like this. This is the time to go. I want you to take me right now. I want only to be in abundance. Well, abundance is just a frequency. So what stops you from being in abundance is actually fear. And the work is on fear. And you have to keep looking at that. And the fear, as you said, I don't want to be. Whenever we say I don't want to, what is it that we are saying to the universe? I have resistance to this. Can you please show me some more? Can you please show me some more? Because whatever we have resistance to, the same will manifest.
Yes. So
Whatever we have resistance to, the more of the same will manifest. But it's still just a frequency. It's just a frequency. So it's not like you can't change it. You can change it every moment. The moment you work on it, you are already experiencing or changing it to something else. But I don't want to be dependent on anyone else. What is that? Today, are you not dependent on people?
yes, I am. I have heard that that farmer
Yes,
thing, that story of yours.
correct. We are dependent on so many,
So many
but we are
things.
like, no, I want to be able to move. I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to do this on my own. And this is just simply a case, like, I don't want to be dependent on other people, because what will the other people do? The other people will not love me for it.
Or
The
maybe
other,
I'll be a burden on them or something of
yeah,
that
I'll
sort.
be a burden. If I'm a burden on someone, will I receive love from them?
Yes, that is also there. Exactly.
I will not receive love from them. People will not value my presence. People will think of me as a boja on their shoulders or something. People will have to do things for me. But just to be able to look at it and to say, I am love. So in my presence. So again, to get away from the body, I know that I'm going to be discussing aging, but I'll keep coming back to the energy perspective of it, isn't it? That's what you're here to listen to. So as I'm going to deal with the body as the body is degenerating, as whatever is happening to the body. Earth has a time play on it. Earth has a play of time on it. Energy doesn't. And so the more we operate from the energy space, the more this time stops holding value for us. And that is why on the days when you are operating as energy, as in you are aware of the energy that you actually won't even pay attention to what the body is doing and what the body is not doing. You will be able to figure out what your energy is. Okay, right now my energy is worry and fear and anxiety, and I can shift that. And that is all the work that you will do. You will simply shift your energies of anxiety, worry, sadness, desperation, whatever it is that you are thinking about when, when the knees come to mind. The knees have simply become an area to show you where the work remains on self-love. The work remains on self-love. Because if these don't work, if that doesn't happen, I will not be valued. People will not love me. I will be a burden on other people. What is it that happens when you are a burden on other people? Every child is a burden on other people, isn't it? They can't clean their potty, they can't do anything, they need you to feed them. Every child is already a burden. And yet, do you mostly think about it as that? When you think of a child, do you think of them as burdens? No, you don't think of them as burden, largely because they are sitting in self-love. They are still with the connect, that connect is there. They still haven't conditioned themselves to earth. And so they are not being considered burden by us as well. If a child also very quickly in life, when they're 1 day old or 2 days old, if they have come to experience energies of self-loath, they can begin right there and then. They can even experience when they're 2 days old, 3 days old, they are able to experience whatever emotion they have come here to experience. And that is how our experiences begin. And that's why I say mostly. But mostly as children, when we look at children, are we thinking of all children as burdens, of our children as burdens? No, we are not. Most of the times we are not looking at them as burdens, especially when they are in that state where they cannot do anything for themselves. And so simply a play of self-love. You have to sit in self-love to be able to understand that you will always be cherished, not because of the way your body is, but because of the way your energy is.
Okay.
The energy, if it is of joy and abundance, and that even when your hands are not moving, legs are not moving, anything is not moving, this will be still moving, and it will still give you choices. कि तेरे को कौन सी एनर्जी में रहना है today when your hands are not working, your legs are not working. Today, what energy would you like to stay in? Would you like to stay in joy and contentment, or would you rather sit in regret and disappointment with yourself and your body? Because I also would love to go abhi right now, but I don't know when I will go. Until the day we have the breath, it is every moment of now that we get to live. Every moment of now. And so in the moment of now, what is working in the body and what is not working in the body, we do not know. Energies have a way of playing out. Till the time we are able, even then, even though we are able, even when I tell people disease, but don't look at curing the disease. Simply look at emptying yourself. Don't look at the outcome that this should happen and that should happen. And in our case right now, as your question was, the outcome is desired death in this point. But that is still an outcome. And the more we look towards an outcome, oh, I want this right now, the more I don't want this and I don't want that and I don't want that. That will continue to happen with us the more we reject an experience. And guess what? Whatever we are rejecting,
We experience more.
The universe, because our focus is on that, no? So right now your knees are not working and maybe they're not working 30%, okay? The minute they become 32%, you'll be like, oh, dekha, aur kharab ho gayi. They've only gone up 2%, but to you, it will be like calamity, like pahar toot pada hai because ye ho chuka hai. And I understand that, not from the knees perspective, but when I'm sitting in lack, when I'm sitting in not self-love, on the days that I'm sitting in, I have come here to experience everything. So the lack of self-love, that also we all experience. It's not just you. every day is a new day and every day is a bath. Every day. I tell everybody every day is a bath. I also take bath several moments in a day. Several moments. But what is the bath all about? Simply to see what energy am I using to think about this topic? What energy am I sitting in as I think about this topic, no matter what the topic is? The topic could be, a pimple, and it'll cause you so much worry. The topic could be a wrinkle. We've all been there, that a tiny little pimple can cause us to go into such deep, oh my God, why did this have to happen to me today? Today is the big picture day or some such thing, or today is prom day, or today, whatever it is. But one pimple will cause us to go into throngs of despair. And it can happen to us. Or it can be like a very large, what we call as a large topic. It could be a relationship. It could be anything. But what is the energy that we are using to think about a topic? We have to catch hold of that understanding. That is where the observer comes into play. The body has so many things going on. Your knees have started to show up as, oh, something is going wrong with my knees. We don't even know heart के अंदर क्या क्या हो रहा है, gall bladder में क्या हो रहा है. Suddenly it will spring up on us, and we don't know what will happen. And that's
Exactly, so
yes.
what is happening is, like I'm releasing, I'm into the frequencies, I'm doing my self love, I'm offering love, I'm in gratitude, I'm doing all that. But as soon as I have to climb the stairs, first few steps, okay, still, I'm saying gratitude, but then the sixth step, when, it starts paining or aching, then, all that goes for a toss.
Yeah.
So that is the
And that is okay. I'm just going to suggest to you the beauty of knee surgeries. Yes. Now let's
so,
talk about that.
so what comes to my mind, obviously, then I said, like I don't have any desire or any goal, or there's nothing more left. I've enjoyed my life, I'm
We
enjoying it.
think we think there's nothing more left. We think. But look, this is a desire right there. This desire to die today, what is it?
It is okay, I'm
It is
content, so
a
let me go.
desire.
Let
It
me
is a
go.
it is
My
a
body,
desire.
I will read stories about people who have gone early, those will pop up and everything. Okay, my
Oh,
soul is
yeah,
ready
yeah.
to go.
I know
So,
this money also ran away early only at
yeah,
54.
Mani, Vivekanand, or there are many other examples.
Then
So
they
I
have
say,
to all
okay,
come back again.
probably now it is time for me also. My body is not
When it is
accepting my
time
soul
for you,
anymore.
when it is time for you, you will go.
Hmm.
When
But
it is
having
time
that
for
thing,
you, you
that
will
I
go.
understand, I am realizing it. Yeah, I'm having that expectancy, or I'm desiring an outcome,
You are
which
desiring an outcome, and then you say, I don't have desires, but you know what? Totally
me,
empty. Totally empty. Even this, the acceptance of the needs, and this is how it is going to be. This is how it is going to be. You know what we're always thinking of when we are doing this energy work? Oh, if I do this energy work, that will get better. When I do this energy work and I'm able to look at everything and I'm able to empty my pot and I'm able to do everything, then it will get better. And I just simply say to you, it is actually just the other day somebody came and they said, oh, my child is suffering from, and before they could even state what the child was, what condition it was, I said, no, the child is not suffering. There is no suffering. Suffering is like, oh, there is a disease which is all the time, every minute of the, pain, there is pain. Is there pain? No, no. Is there problem with the child every single day, every single hour? No, there's not. Then don't use the word suffering. So when you are looking at your knee, if you're just sitting, there is no problem with the knee. Yeah. There's no problem with the
it is
knee.
not
If you're just
when
sitting.
I'm walking, when they experience that pain, then all these things come up and then everything
Yes,
goes for a toss. Before that,
correct.
if I'm sitting, I'm
Everything
in
goes
full
for a
masti.
toss for a minute. Everything goes for a toss for a minute. And then you come back to awareness and you're able to give gratitude again. So it's okay.
Yeah, so I
Don't
give
beat yourself.
gratitude. I don't
Yeah.
beat myself.
Don't
I'm just
beat
sharing.
yourself for everything goes for a toss. Nothing goes for a toss.
नहीं,
You
that is
experience,
for few
you
moments,
experience,
definitely.
you experience pain in some moments. And
And
so
then,
pain is
I
also
offer
just an
gratitude, then I
experience.
slow down, then again I bring myself back to awareness and gratitude and self-love and
And
all that.
pain is
And
just an
within few
experience.
minutes, it gets settled. But
Yeah.
those few moments, it is there.
Yeah,
So,
because
yeah,
pain has come to be experienced. So where's the problem? Pain is also just an experience. So it has come to be experienced. Where is the problem?
probably I'm not accepting that. So I have to accept that.
Pain is just an experience.
So
Even
acceptance of
when you're
that
going through,
experience.
let us not just this pain, even when you're going through the worst heartbreak, you know, notice that even though you're going through the worst heartbreak, you take a pause. You take a pause to eat, you take a pause to pee, you take a pause to have a bath. In the middle of the worst heartbreak, it's still not all encompassing. You will still sleep, and in sleep you will not have that pain, but you just keep putting your focus on that pain. Oh no, why is this pain there? I don't want to feel the pain. But pain is just as much an experience as masti is. Okay. So, and all of us in many different ways. I to call out for pain these days. Sudhanshu has put a yoga teacher out there. Matlab, I am the last person to do any kind of yoga. But then this person comes every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday and puts me through pain. And I'm laughing. First, how much resistance I had to do this yoga. Why do I need to do yoga? I don't need to do yoga. Whatever is my body, I happily accept the body. And then I had to actually move towards thankfulness. Thankfulness that, okay, whatever this is, it is also here to just show me an experience. And the moment I change to thankfulness, I'm able to laugh at my pain. It's just an experience. It's just an, and by the way, it pains a lot. Huh? Just if you're thinking it doesn't pain, that fellow is the fellow, the taskmaster. But anyways, so I'm just telling you that as we think of aging and we start to demand death, no, death should happen now, death should happen when I'm still running, when I'm still walking, and all of that. That is still a wish that we are holding, a desire that we are creating. We might not have a desire in physical terms that I want a Lamborghini, but we might still have a desire now that this is how I want my life to end. We can put that wish out in the universe, but if we are attached to that wish, then we are operating from a place of fear or worry. Attachment always comes from a place of fear or worry. So release the attachment, accept that the last breath will happen when it is meant to happen. And in the meanwhile, whatever experiences we are going through, I spoke to you the experience of that person who was able to run all the way up with only 60% of whatever. Because when it is really, really, not on your mind and you're really in the frequencies of joy and abundance, that joy and abundance for that moment will create a new you. And if you want a new you to be created in every moment, then every moment we have to just simply keep looking within. It's a new us every moment.
Thank you. I'll work on it more. Thank you so much.
And then as you work on it more, just letting go. किसके साथ क्या होगा, whether I will be dependent on somebody or I will not be dependent on somebody. All of those aspects are parts of the fears about aging. I will need help from other people. Other people will not be happy helping me. And as a matter of fact, it's so beautiful. I mean, I have seen a death, for example, of my mother-in-law, and she was 85, and everything was just, going away. She wanted death so badly. She wanted death from the age of 75, every single day. बस अब उठाता क्यों नहीं है, बस अब उठाता क्यों नहीं है, अब तो हो गया, सब बच्चों का हो गया, इसका हो गया, अरे तुम्हारा नहीं हुआ. And then all the fears that she had accumulated and worries and everything, while she was releasing those, but there was a family around her that were just simply doting on her. Every single way that she could be helped, 2 nurses and a doctor every day, and this and that, and nobody feeling, no one, not one child feeling, not one of her children feeling ki ye kyun karna pad raha hai. So it is so beautiful that I have seen that when you are loved, so pay attention. Now, whatever hers was happening in unawareness, but you are already so aware. So create that love for yourself, and it will happen as it happens with love.
Definitely, I'm going to do it. Thank you so very much.
Wonderful. All right. And somebody says, my skin will sag and I will be fatter. And if your skin will sag, so aging will happen and my skin will sag and you will be fatter. And tell me what will happen when your skin sags and you are fatter. What will happen? So at this point in time, whenever you're thinking of whatever will happen with aging, I want you to go to the next question. And so then what will happen? And then what will happen? I want you to answer this question for yourself. What will happen when your skin sags, when you are fatter? What will happen? This is very important to understand that we stop at the first step itself. I don't want to age. I don't want my skin to sag. And money over and over has taken me to the end of this pattern, okay? In this moment, as we think of beauty as a part of aging, or rather the notion of reducing beauty, I want you to close your eyes and in a moment, think of whoever you think was the most beautiful person, whoever you might consider as the most beautiful person, whose skin is so beautiful. The person that comes to my mind is Marilyn Monroe. That when I think of beauty, I can think of Marilyn Monroe and see how beautiful she was, right? And so think of that one person. Whatever person that you are thinking of, the most beautiful person, or somebody that you really admire for their facial beauty, no matter how it's achieved. It could be through various, means and operations and everything. It doesn't matter. Just the fact that they are still looking so beautiful and graceful. And then you look at the person and you look at their life. Is it any different? Are they experiencing so much more bliss because of their beauty? Are they experiencing so much more joy because of their beauty? Are they experiencing anything different because of their beauty? Or is there a greater responsibility on them to keep looking as they do? Are they fearing even more than you do? Where is it that they sit? You think about it. And if, some answer is different, put it up on chat. Otherwise, most of the times when we think about people who've been so beautiful, we actually see that then they get even more and more worried about losing that beauty. And that beauty becomes the cause of lack. While they're sitting, looking very beautiful, but actually the beauty is the cause for lack, even in the most beautiful person. Many of them we see age now, and then the other day there was a picture of a beautiful, well, somebody used to be really beautiful, but she got some Botox work on it and everybody trolled her about how she was looking so bad and everything. And I was just looking at it and saying, wow, I don't care who trolled and who did this and who did that, but I was looking at it saying, wow, what energy. that as she is losing her beauty, where is the self-love on this person? She's so beautiful, and yet there must be so little self-love at play that she's actually just simply receiving so much of nonsense from the outside. But there is no nonsense out the outside. There is only a reflection of all that. Behold, all that I am holding is going to get reflected every now and then from the outside as well. So as I look at this one particular question, my skin will sag and I will look fatter. Where is this going? Have you answered this for yourself? Okay. I might not feel good or beautiful. And as you do not feel good, so this is the answer that we received on the chat saying that, okay, when I'm going to be fatter and I'm going to be this, I might not feel good. I might not feel beautiful. And the next question, and what will happen when you will not feel beautiful? What will happen when you are not feeling good? What will happen when you are not feeling beautiful? Okay. So we'll wait for that answer. In the meanwhile, I'm coming to the next one. Ability to not be independent. Yes. Hi. Yes.
I again, my judgments will only enhance, and I will not be in self-love as then I'll feel bad.
As you write, so when you are already thinking about, I will not feel beautiful, that is a judgment that is not coming from self-love, is it?
Yes.
It's not coming from self-love. So whatever it is that you're already sitting in is the only thing that will be reflected from outside, and you will simply experience more of the same. Enough.
Yes.
So, and for me, when I was worried about my weight, that I'm getting fatter, my weight had become the cause for my lack. And when in the last 2-3 years, everybody knows that I've put on like some 15-16 kilos, and everybody says, oh, but you're still so thin. Yeah, but my point of reference is who I was 3 years ago. And from that, the minute you have a point of reference and a comparison, when you have a comparison, what energy will you feel? Lack. That's all there is to it. So as I have a comparison with my earlier self, whether in the terms of, whether it is in terms of weight or it's in terms of beauty, but the minute I have a comparison point, even if to myself, I'm going to go into the frequency of lack. And now that we know that lack is just a frequency, why carry it all the way then? Because as you think of your skin or as you think of not looking beautiful, beauty is becoming an area for you for lack. It is showing you your lack. And so letting go of the lack is the answer in the energies rather than running after creams. It is so funny. I have to share this with you. So with the thing, so with the screen, there was a time when I was the banker, and at that point in time, I would buy, I'm not into beauty regimes or anything, but I just love buying stuff, oh yeah, oh, I'll definitely do this. And then I'll buy something. Oh, this new product, I'll definitely do this. And I'll buy the new product and I would put them on for 2 or 3 days. And I'm not so regimented that I'll follow a beauty regimen or something. So after 3 days, maybe after a week or something, I'll be out of it. But I'm out of it. And then those things haven't gone away from my counter. So if you ever come to my, to my house, on my counter, you'll see like hundreds of creams and hundreds of lotions or something. So there was a time about 10 years ago when my journey just started. And then I was one day looking to buy some more stuff. Ye bhi khareed leti hu, wo bhi khareed leti hu. And Mani said to me, no, you can't buy all of this first. First, you have to end everything. First, you have to finish everything that's on the counter. So I was like, but might be that most of it is even expired. He's like, yeah, So what if it's expired? You have to finish it first. You have to put those things on your face first and let go of the fear of what is expired and what is not expired. So as I did that, I let go in that time, whatever I let go. And every now and then in fun, I would put on some creams and stuff like that. But then there came a time when all of this was not in my vision. And then recently, just very recently, again, one circle, two circles later, and now again, this time, my wrinkles bothered me. Okay, I have wrinkles supposedly, which only I can see. So everybody's like, what's wrong with you? We can't see it. No, no, no. I can see a wrinkle over here. I can see a wrinkle over here. I can see them. Why can I see them? Clearly, because I'm the one sitting in lack. And so
Sure.
I can see them. And so as we moved, again, I bought like a whole host of products, bought a whole host of products at one shot. But this time now I'm aware. So now the money controls. So I'll buy the product and then I'll forget that I bought the product and it'll just go inside somewhere, or I'll open it, I'll smell it, and I'll keep it back. And then I don't remember to use the product at all. And it's only because whether I use that product or I don't use the product, it's not going to matter. But whether I empty myself from that energy of lack or not is what matters. So what happens is on the day I sit in lack, I buy the product. But I don't let sit in lack so much. So I go back to abundance and the product has been lost to my memory. It's gone from my memory and everything. So it's really, really funny that each time, even beauty, even my beauty, as I'm talking to you, and I'm only always telling you, it's always about the energy that you are sitting in as you think about the topic at hand, as you think about the topic at hand. So so people ask me, okay, what is your beauty regimen? And I just laugh because there is no such thing as a beauty regimen. It's all whatever Maniji says on that day. The one, and I've talked about it even earlier, the one thing that I used to feel that when I am no longer beautiful, I will not be loved. When I'm no longer beautiful, I will no longer be loved. And when I'm fat, I will no longer be beautiful. If I'm fat, I will not be beautiful. And that was broken so beautifully by Mani when he showed me that over these past 3 years, as I have successfully put on weight, I have successfully found myself more lovers. So many more people love me today than when I was, beautiful. When I was beautiful according to me, those standards that I had set for myself, and many more people. And those people are not even looking at what I look like. They appreciate me, but they are not looking at what I look like. They are reflectors of my energy. Always going to be seeing from the front the reflection of your own energy. The reflection of your energy, if it is love, then in front of you, people will simply come back to you and give you more love. It's not about how you look. It's not about how much I weigh. It's not about how I weigh. It's not about how much I weigh. It's not about how many wrinkles I have. Ability to not be independent and being dependent on someone. And we already answered this saying, this is simply a fear. I'm just noticing the light. There is no light as such on the room, and I'm sitting in a different room. But yeah, I'm just laughing at this light at my back. Maniji is constantly showing up as a halo these days. All right. Aging, degeneration of body and its functions and systems. Yes, absolutely. What frequency when you think about this? This is simply coming from fear and worry. You don't know. You really don't know what your old age is going to look like. Whether you're going to be with 2 legs or with half a leg, or, with one hand, 2 hands, all fingers gone. We don't know what that is going to look like, but we can understand that no matter what we are going to be at a certain age, we can always change our frequency. I can't change whether if the hand gets cut in an accident tomorrow, forget old age. If a hand gets cut tomorrow in an accident, initially I might go into lack that, oh, I've lost a hand. So feeling the lack of one hand. But then, because it is just an emotion, it is just a frequency, will I still be able to bring myself back to thankfulness? Will I be able to bring myself back to joy? I will, because I know that it's just a frequency, even lack. So the body might lose something, or the stamina might be lost, the organ might be lost, but will I still be an observer of who I am? If I am aware, then yes. If I'm aware, I will quickly get back to. There is no saying no to an experience. It doesn't have to be that the minute I lose my hand, I have to be in thankfulness. I can come back to thankfulness a day later, a month later. But knowing that the thankfulness is a frequency, and sadness is another frequency, and despair is a frequency, and joy is another frequency, choices are there for us to make at all times. Comparing with my own youth and Sai, of course, and that would be the comparison. And no matter what we compare to, the frequency is of lack. Things that come to my mind when I think aging: weight increase, inability to run, sagging skin, not looking good, loneliness, and no job. Wonderful. And as you think of these, as you think of all of these, I ask you the next question. And what if all of this happens? What if this happens? What will you do then? What will you do then? If all of this happens, if the weight increases and you're unable to move, and your skin is sagging all over the place, and you're not looking good, and you're feeling lonely, and you don't have a job, what will you do? That's my question now. After having just spoken about it, what will you do? Brain neuron degenerate, stamina will be less, physical energy reduced, and dependency. So all of you, as I expected, all of you are coming from the frequencies of fear. The frequencies of fear as you go ahead into the future. As you think of your future, and this aging person is looking at you in the future, and this aging person is not looking happy. Well, just as you can go into the past and change the energies of the past, you can also go into the future and change the energies of this person who's sitting in the future and being so unhappy and lonely about their own self. In the energies, there is no past, present, and future. So the energy that you're holding today with respect to your future is fear. And so, as fear is your main play, simply look at the fear and release. The path I follow, and probably do the meditation on this today, but the path I follow is gratitude. Gratitude. That whenever something happens, I will deal with it in that moment. But because I'm already thinking, oh, this will sag and that will not work and that will not work, etc., etc. So gratitude that it is working today. Gratitude for whatever it is today. And then when it doesn't happen tomorrow, I will deal with it then. I'm not thinking and making up scenarios because, as I've mentioned many a times, we are the creator. And as you keep creating these doomsday scenarios for yourself, you know where that is going. Okay. Change in the reflection and depleted energy levels. So cute when you talk about, everybody talks about energy levels and energy levels. You know, where the energy is always there in our body, in every emotion. In every emotion, there is energy. So depleted energy levels, from which space? From the space of anger, you will have reduced anger. And so, yeah, it'll be depleted energy of anger. But as your anger gets depleted, can you fill it with energy of joy? Have you noticed that when you are angry, you are pacing up and down, up and down? That is what is supplying the energy to your body. When you are sad, you can cry buckets and buckets without any end. Yeah, where is that energy coming from to cry so much? Your energy is coming from the energies of sadness, from the frequencies of sadness. So every frequency is where we are getting energy from. And so have you seen that when you are sitting in joy, when you are sitting in the frequencies of joy and masti, there is more energy within you of joy and masti. You don't have to pump up and run the marathon and then do something else and then a triathlon or whatever. You don't have to be the Iron Man, but you will have energy to do whatever it is that you wish to do. And your wishes, they don't go anywhere. You're like, I'm happy where I am. And I don't have wish to do this. This is perfect where I am. So sitting in the energies of frequencies of contentment will supply you with energies that will ground you into contentment, and you will not have to walk 6 flights up and 6 flights down like Jagmeet has to do these days. I'll not like myself. Well, yeah, that's only self-love at play. And so Gitanjali writes over there, me, you only, yeah. Okay, then. So as you are looking at this person, when I was talking about when you look at the beautiful person and you're looking at me and saying, okay, only you. As you look at this person, is the beauty that you are seeing making them extra happy? In this case, me. Is the beauty making me extra blissful? Is the beauty making me extra joyful? Is that where it is? Or have I just spoken about how whenever I look at beauty and I'm sitting in lack, it puts me in the energy of lack itself. But when I'm sitting in the energies of joy and abundance, everything goes, and I'm not anymore looking at the physical aspect of beauty at all. Okay. Yep, the halo is here yet again. Glow, glow, glow. This is so funny. And it's so funny because I just got some treatment done to my hair. My hair is 3 shades lighter. And now it's like showing up so funny in the halo itself. Why do we have to connect beauty externally? Why cannot it be more of inner beauty of self-love, wisdom, life experiences? Why do we have to connect beauty? Why? The answer to every why is because it's your energy. No matter if you ask me any question of why this happens, why I live in this house, because it's my energy. Why do I do yoga? Because it's my energy. Why does this anything? Why is this happening? Because it's your energy. Your energy is going to make you look at beauty externally so that you can experience lack of self-love. How will you experience lack otherwise? So for you to experience lack, beauty, money, health, weight, degree, education, anything can become a tool for you to experience lack. And then if that's done, then, even as you're sitting in the spiritual field, oh, she's more enlightened than me. That can become the place of lack. Anything. Why is she more enlightened than me? Lack. So the energy of lack will always have to play out by giving you a topic that you can say, oh, somebody has more and you have less. And that comparison is what puts you into lack. So we came to earth to not experience abundance. We actually came to earth to experience lack. Because when there is a comparison, we are not thinking energy. When there is a comparison, we are clearly thinking body. If you were comparing energy, you would say, oh, okay, I have happiness and they also have happiness. Now, where is the separation? Nothing. You also have the same frequencies at play. I have joy, I have happiness. I also have sadness. Oh, they also have joy, happiness, sadness. Now you are no longer going to be looking at separation when you're in the energy space. But when you're in the body space, oh, that person has a better house than me. That person has a better job than me. That person has a better, beautiful body than me. Reasons to experience lack. And then can it not be inner wisdom? When you look at energies, there is nothing called inner wisdom. It's just a frequency that you're sitting in. That's it. Either you're sitting in the frequency of abundance or you're sitting in the frequency of lack. And whichever you're sitting in, it'll show up with those thoughts. And that's all there is to it. Okay, let's see some more. Globe girl. Okay. All right, then. So again and again, no matter what the topic is, and today the topic being external, or rather the body beauty. Because internally, who's not beautiful? Everybody is beautiful internally. Why? Because internally we are all creators. Internally we are all, the source. And so who is not beautiful internally? It's only when we look at it from the outside that, oh, this one has better cheeks than I do. Anything can be a cause for us to experience lack. All right. Any more questions on beauty? Because I know that I take up every topic and I'm almost begging for topics every week, saying, say something, because I seem to have covered every topic in 100 times. So, but to only come back to this place, to only come back to the play of energy, if sitting in lack, will make you feel the lack no matter what the actor is. And if your actor is the body, then, oh, why is my body not as beautiful as that? If you were beautiful, let us say, to begin with, then why am I not as beautiful as I was 5 years ago? There's no stopping you when you're sitting in the lack frequency as to what will become the cause. You're not happy that, okay, you were beautiful for 20 years. No. I need to cling to those 20 and I need to be happy for the next 20 as well. And so otherwise, I'm going to be very upset. There is abundance of your webinars that we have run out of topics, Lakanksha. All right, then I might just stop the webinars on Saturdays. If there is so much abundance, just go there and hear those webinars. Except that I just scolded you for not listening after being in the webinars and all of that, not being in abundance, but sitting in fear. You just got fired on that. So if there was so much of abundance already at play, you would have been listening to those stupid webinars of mine that I do every Saturday on the same topic. There is only the same topic. I know that I haven't solved your beauty problems or age problems, but only because there is nothing to solve. Answers are available. And for example, I was mentioning to Jagmeet, who's having his knee problems, and I say, such beautiful answers in abundance are available. Go for a surgery. There are knee surgeries available, which will take you out of the pain. And that too, when you go for a surgery, what energy are you thinking for your surgery? What energy are you putting in that surgery of yours? That is the topic that you will be looking at. Otherwise, there is so much abundance available outside for us to tap into. I mean, each time, if I even have some pain, I'm so thankful. I am so thankful that there are painkillers everywhere. that there are painkillers of all kinds, that I can take that painkiller and be relieved of my pain once I say, okay, I'm done with the experience. I decide, okay, I'm done with the experience, but not running away from pain after I've fully accepted that pain. And then money will say, take this medicine and be done with it. And I will take that medicine. Sometimes even a physical medicine is not necessary. He will say, put on a red colored bindi and that becomes the medicine pill for me. And then I do that and the pain is gone. But to understand that it's not from running away from pain that we are getting, we are running to a surgery or running someplace. It is after acceptance and then from gratitude at all the solutions that we have available these days. Okay, everyone. So let's close our eyes for a minute and get to that place of abundance. So take a deep breath in and exhale. And now, bringing to your mind that one person who you think is so beautiful. They are so beautiful, they are so elegant. What was that phrase? Wow. They're looking like such a wow. I never thought that phrase would be used in a meditation, but then here I am. All right, so you think of that one person that you think is so beautiful externally. And then if you know anything about their lives, just simply look to see. Simply spend a moment to understand that they are not happier or less happier because of their beauty. They are happier or less happier because of their energy. Sit with this line for a minute. Each one is experiencing their own energy. The beauty around us and the beauty that belongs to us, has it become the tool for lack? Observe if beauty, the word beauty, puts you into lack. Observe if the word aging puts you into fear. If the word aging puts you in fear, if the word beauty puts you in lack. Take a deep breath in and accept. I accept these experiences of lack and fear. I accept these experiences through the tools of beauty and age. I understand that I do have to experience every frequency, every now and then. And so, through these two tools, I get to experience fear and lack. In this moment, I accept these experiences. Some of these experiences have not even happened in the physical. But the thought of them happening creates the experiences of fear and worry and lack in me. And I allow these experiences of fear and lack And take a deep breath in and imagine yourself as the oldest that you can possibly imagine. Your skin is sagging, your weight is high. You have a hunchback, your knees are not working, your energy is low. Imagine yourself as your oldest self. Look at that person. This is you. This is you. And now, I want you in the now to go up to that person, go up to that old you, and I simply want you to tickle them. The young you tickling the old you. You know all your spots wherever you get tickled. And the old one also gets tickled in the same places. And you are tickling them. And look at how that face is changing. And you're tickling and laughing and giggling. And that old person, the one with the sagging skin, the one that is so old, doesn't have any energy, but you are tickling them. Tickling, tickling, and a little bit more under the arms, on the sides, on the feet. You know where you are tickled. And as you tickle, that old one breaks out into a giggle. The old one is smiling and laughing with you. And the both of you are laughing so much. And it's so funny. Life is so funny. It doesn't matter whether you're old or young. And you're always able to laugh. And watch that person's face transform. If they looked sad earlier, with the laughter, as they smile and they look at you joyfully and gleefully as they're tickled, as they laugh with you, that entire face is transformed. It's transformed to a joyful space and looking so beautiful, so wow. No matter how old you are, no matter what have you lost and what is still with you, you will be able to change your frequency whenever you wish to. You can always be in a joyful state in the moment of now. And to bring yourself to a joyful state, all you have to do is to watch yourself tickling someone or tickle your own self. The laughter, the smile transforms, makes you ageless. That's what makes you ageless, the frequency of joy, the frequency of laughter. Enjoy tickling yourself. Enjoy getting tickled. Enjoy. Om Mani, Om Mani.
Thank you, Meenal.
Thank
So
you.
cute. Yes,
Thank
so
you.
cute. This
Thank
has,
you.
like, how does this even count towards a meditation? But Mani has his ways of making us feel lighter and lighter. So it's so cute, this meditation to remind you that no matter what your face looks like, but the minute you have a smile on it, you're bound. So good. Okay, everybody. Lots and lots of love.
Thank you.
Bye,
ma'am.
everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.